Bust out the turkey, casserole, and bad political takes because this is a very special Thanksgiving edition of Whatever It Takes. Hello and welcome to everyone out there in Twitch land. Wherever you are, this is the game show where we ask two comedians if they'll do whatever it takes to win. Hey, my name, as always, is BJ Jeranyama, and today we're joined by our guest co-host and scorekeeper, an incredible comedian, a performer, and also just, a writer as well. You may know him from his sketch team, Night Job Sketch Co., or from his improv team, Walrus Party, which he performs in and around New England with. That's right, give it up. It's Chris May.
Hey, thank you so much, BJ, for plugging the sketch group that you were in.
Hey, thank you for being here on Whatever It Takes. This is actually, I believe it's your second time on Whatever It Takes. You came on here beforehand. You won. How does it feel to be on the other side of the house?
I feel a lot less pressure this time around, and I got to say, that feels great.
Well, we're very happy to have you here. If other people who are familiar with the 2MB Studios channel, you know Chris from his spots on QAW. So, hey, you're a welcome addition to the show this week.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about this week. It's all going to be all Thanksgiving everything. It's going to be Thanksgiving. It's going to be turkeys. We're going to talk about all type of harvest festivals throughout the world. And Chris, I got to ask you, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Man, it's got to be my grandmother's mashed potatoes, which I know it's super bland, but
I think that's great.
It's the perfect Thanksgiving food, man. It's filled with like sour cream and garlic. And it's like, oh man, it hits so good. I can eat like an entire bowl of it.
Sour cream, garlic, and love.
Love it. I forgot the special ingredient. I wasn't trying to give it away. Now my family recipe's gone.
You hear that, everyone in Twitch land? Go and steal Chris's recipe.
The secret ingredient is love.
Well, Chris, we've got two incredible comedians. We're going to introduce them in 1 second. I'm just going to let the audience know that we're going to introduce the comedians, and then after that, we're going to explain the show. If you've watched the show beforehand, you know that we have each of our contestants write each other's bio, and whoever wrote the funniest bio, Chris is going to decide is going to go first. And that's a big advantage because we got 3 rounds here on Whatever It Takes. And points, they go up every round. So going first in round 1 and round 3, that's a big advantage. So let's see who is going to be on the show. Here is Emily's bio, which was written by Sam. Emily Minker, aka Stink Mink, is a Boston-based performer and wannabe parody singer-songwriter. She currently performs with Friends Online, a comedy collective of friends from college who reunited during the pandemic. Speaking of college, Emily used to straight up puke Zenka, I think it's Zenka, and room temperature champagne like every weekend. Emily has many credits that are impressive, like performing on Improv Boston's main stage cast and their national touring company. But the credits that really matter include her role as a basketball player, number 5, in her school's adaptation of High School Musical. She got her head in the game. When not performing or studying to be a nurse or whatever, Emily can be found talking about Peacock original series Girls 5 Eva. Also, her dog's name is Crosby. Everybody, welcome the dog mom extraordinaire, Emily Minker.
Hello. Wow, what a solid bio. I feel like that hit all the things that are most important to me. Definitely High School Musical, definitely Girls 5 Eva. So thank you so much, Sam, for that beautiful tribute.
Emily, we got to know, you got to tell us about this High School Musical performance. Who were you performing as, and did it get to Broadway?
It didn't get to Broadway, but I was, I think I was in 7th grade when the first High School Musical came out, and it was like a really big deal, especially to me. and I did a community theater production, Kids Coop Theater in Derry, New Hampshire, when I was in 8th grade. And I was cast as a basketball player because we didn't have enough boys, and I couldn't sing or dance or act very well. But the best part about it was that the guy who played Troy Bolton, he could not like dribble a basketball. So for Get Your Head in the Game, the like famous basketball dribbling song, we had to just hold these tiny little basketballs and just like go like this with them, because if we actually dribbled them, it would have been chaos. So really, pretty solid production.
Hey, you're a person of many talents, but let's see.
Oh yeah.
You're also a talented competitor tonight. Here is Sam's bio written by you, Emily. I'm going to write something really nice about Sam so he feels like a dummy when he inherently roasts me in my bio. What would you get if you took Dave Franco, made him 10 times hotter, and taught him how to rap? Samuel Joseph Mangano. A local stand-up, Sam holds the title of 3-time undefeated Battle Royale champion at Improv Boston and has a current Thursday night residency at Strange Brew Tavern in Manchester, Vegas, New Hampshire. Additional accolades include 2018 album release, Grown, with a follow-up single, Raw, in 2021. Check it out on Spotify. Producer, creator, writer, and performer of the aforementioned monthly online comedy show With Friends Online. His mom's favorite son, sorry to Dominic, whoever that is, I'm guessing that's his brother, and he peaked in middle school, but is still cooler than most people you'll meet, including Dave Franco. It's the incredible Sam Mangano.
Yo, thank you.
Sam, how you feeling?
That was on my heart. Thank you. Yeah. It's so funny that Emily mentioned my mom, because she literally texted me at like 8:06. She goes, "You're competing against Emily? I don't know who I can root for." Because like she 100% like thinks like Emily and her would like be great friends, and like Emily says it all the time. Also, like, me and your mom would totally hit it off, and they've never met. They don't know each other. They just know each other from online shindigs like this.
Hey Sam, don't say that. Emily's part of the family now.
I'm having a Thanksgiving, yeah.
What are you bringing? Yeah.
Well, I got a secret recipe from Chris's grandma. So
Don't go passing that around. Come on.
That's awesome. But we got to get into the show. Before we do that, I'm going to ask Chris, who wrote the best bio?
I have to say, I was won over from the very start. I really appreciate when somebody anticipates being undercut by their friend and goes ahead and takes the high road. So I have to vote for Emily's bio for Sam.
All right, Emily,
Respect.
that means you get to go first in round 1 and round 3. That's a huge advantage in this game. But Sam, hey, it doesn't mean that you're over. You get to go first in round 2. All right. Hey, for anyone that hasn't watched the show, basically whatever it takes, contestants, they'll basically answer trivia questions and they'll alternate doing that. Here's the spin that we have. Contestants can challenge their opponents if they don't know what the answer is. But once an opponent gets challenged, they can take the whatever it takes challenge. And that's a physical challenge where they have to act something out, draw something, or do some type of physical challenge as well. Each contestant can take the whatever it takes challenge 3 times per round. That means a total of 6 times a round and 18 times throughout the game. And with the show, every round 1, round 2, round 3, every round the questions get harder, the challenges get harder, but the points also get harder. In this first round, the points are going to be worth 20 points for an original trivia question and 40 points for a challenge or whatever it takes challenge. Are y'all ready? Okay, we're going to see who's going to dominate the spread this year. Because again, our theme is Thanksgiving. Good luck. Emily, you are up.
okay.
All right, the first question is, do all turkeys gobble? True or false?
I believe that is false. I believe only male turkeys gobble.
First question, that's 20 points on the board for
What
Emily.
the heck?
You are absolutely correct. Male turkeys are the only ones that gobble. But hey, Sam, let's see if we can get you on the board, all right?
Ready.
Who were the pilgrims who left the Church of England and settled in the New World called? There's a specific name for these pilgrims. If you know it, let us know. If you don't know it, you can either just attempt an answer or you can challenge Emily.
I'm going to challenge Stink Mink.
All right, Emily, do you know the answer or do you want to hear out that whatever it takes challenge?
I 100% think I know the answer to that. I think maybe my kindergarten class taught me a little better than Sam's class. This is straight out of a coloring worksheet, I feel like, but I might get it wrong. I think that it was the Puritans.
Emily, you are correct. It's the Puritans because they wanted to purify the teachings and ceremonies of said Church of England. And guess what, Emily? You are up again since you were challenged for that. You just got 40 points. Let's see if you can get 20 more.
Okay.
Can turkeys fly?
Can turkeys fly is the question. Okay, let's see. I grew up in New Hampshire. There was lots of turkeys. I saw them walk a lot. I saw them flap a lot, but I don't think I ever saw them fly. I'm going to say no. I don't think turkeys can fly.
You said no, and the answer is yes. Turkeys can fly.
Wow.
Yes, they can fly
Lazy turkeys in my yard.
Don't go up to New Hampshire. Don't go up to New Hampshire to get those lazy turkeys.
Okay.
Before we get back to you, Sam, I just want the audience to know that we've got an audience challenge. If you watched the show beforehand, the first challenge in round 2 is going to be a question that you, the audience, get to help decide on. And basically, it's going to be a 30-second challenge. We're going to give our competitors 30 seconds to create a Thanksgiving or Harvest Festival meal scene with hand shadow puppets. And they will have to utilize 3 characters. And the audience, you're going to be deciding which animal will be part of their scenes. Is it going to be 1 North American animal, so like a turkey, a pig, a cow? Is it going to be 2 Southeast Asian animals, a duck, an octopus, or a red panda? Or 3 Western African animals, a crocodile, hyena, and a hippopotamus? So you get to decide. Producer Matt doing so much stuff. He's going to be putting a poll up in Twitch, and you get to decide what you want to see. So, hey, Sam, we're coming back to you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. What is a turducken?
Oh, that's a turkey, a duck, and a chicken all stuffed in one.
You are correct. Hey, you're on the board.
Yes. Shout out Lloyd Legacy over there in the comments. Couldn't have done it without you.
Lloyd Legacy is filling up the comments indeed. We've only got a couple more minutes left in round 1. We've been having so much great time. Emily, let's see if we can get more points on the board for you, or maybe even a challenge. Emily, what is a cornucopia?
Like, what is it made out of?
Chris, as the scorekeeper, do you need additional information, Emily?
No, because you know what? I'm just going to challenge Sam. So I'm not giving any Sam, I challenge you.
Good, thank you. So like cornucopia, you put on the table. It's got like vegetables in it. It's like a you know, what do you call that? Like a table setter, like a centerpiece. Yeah, a centerpiece, a traditional Thanksgiving centerpiece with like fall vegetables in it, and it looks like a bugle.
Okay, Chris, I'm gonna go to you. I'm gonna accept that answer.
I feel like Sam did a wonderful job of describing the imagery behind the cornucopia, but maybe not so well of a job of what it represents.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, no, I could pass.
I feel like was the point of the question. So I am going to say that is not correct.
Not correct. We're looking for it's a horn of plenty. It represents abundance and nourishment. You know, Sam, I also think you partially got it correct as well. But Chris is the scorekeeper, and he says no score for you. But here's the thing. You just got challenged. You're going to get the last question for round 1. Nice. Are you ready?
Damn straight. Yes.
All right. You did know that they were pilgrims, but where was the first American Thanksgiving held?
Like state? What do you like?
We're looking for a town and a state.
Give me Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Plymouth, Massachusetts. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
That's your final answer, and you stuck to your guns because that is correct. You just got 20 points on the board, and that's the end of round 1. Give yourself a round of applause. We're going to let Chris start tallying up the scores. But before he does that, I just want to let everyone knows that's watching over here. Follow 2MB Studios. So much fresh comedy cooked up every day. Follow it on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right here on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, smash that subscribe button. All right? 7 days a week, we're doing a bunch of stuff. It's incredible. And before we get that score update, Sam, I want to throw it to you. We know that you've been doing a bunch of stuff. You've been doing stand-up, improv, sketch. You're doing with friends online. Tell our audience about it and tell us when you have your next shows.
Cool. So yeah, with friends online was like just something me, Emily, and a couple of our friends from college did throughout the pandemic to kind of stay sane. It would be like a monthly sketch show where we would do something unique every month. And now that we're kind of have the opportunity to perform in person again, now we're doing improv shows together as a group as well. So me, Emily, our friend Dan, we're doing improv shows. I don't want to steal Emily's plugs, so I guess I won't.
Go right ahead. Or
no. You can
solo stuff, you know.
Yeah, sure. I do stand up, so follow me, and I'll let you know when that's happening. Samuel J. Mangano.
Is that on all platforms?
Yeah, anywhere. Yeah, you can. That's just going to stay the same. In December, I know I've got shows in New Hampshire. The dates are escaping me. You're not coming anyways. It doesn't matter.
Hey, Sam, you might get some people coming. You know,
Lloyd will come.
I take that as a challenge. Now I'm going to show up.
All right, so I'm going to be at Backyard Brewing in Manchester, New Hampshire on December 16th. And I will be featuring at the Shaskeen in Manchester, New Hampshire on December 22nd. If you don't come, why did you even watch the show?
There you go. There you go. An incredible stand-up comedian. And here's a peek behind the curtain. Me and Sam, for like 2 years, were in a sketch group together called Apple Jackals.
Damn
so
straight.
Go back.
Woo, throwback.
Throwback. Chris, can we get that score update?
Yes, sir. Despite me strong-handing Sam's answer in round 1, he has still managed to keep it very close. So we have Sam with 40 points and Emily with 60.
Okay. It's a pretty close game. But you know what I said in the beginning? As the rounds get higher, well, so do the questions. The questions get harder is what I'm trying to get at. And the points get higher as well. So an original trivia question in round 2 is going to be 40 points. A challenge, either trivia question or whatever it takes challenge, is going to be 80 points. This is where separation usually happens. And guess what, Sam? You are up. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. What early U.S. president refused to recognize Thanksgiving?
You know, this one I think is on the tip of my tongue, but I'm going to throw it to Emily.
All right. First question, first challenge.
Same. It also like so close. I feel like I know it, but I'm going to say, can I take a whatever it takes challenge?
You can take a whatever it takes challenge, but that means that you cannot answer the question. So I'm going to let you and the audience know what the answer was. It was Thomas Jefferson. And Thomas Jefferson believed in the wall of separation between church and state. In the early parts, Thanksgiving was a religious holiday, and he was like, there should not be no Thanksgiving. But Chris, we got our first challenge, I think, of the game, and it's the audience
challenge.
Oh.
All right. So this is the Animal Theater. It is a 30-second challenge. You have 30 seconds to create a Thanksgiving or Harvest Festival meal scene with hand shadow puppets. You'll have to utilize at least 3 animal characters, and the audience will decide which animals will be the part of your scene.
Okay, producer Matt, can you let us know in the audience from the Twitch poll which animal won? Or which group of animal? It was either North American animals, Southeast Asian animals. Oh! All right, go ahead, Chris.
It looks like it's going to be West African animals. So we have crocodiles, hyenas, or hippopotami. Hippopotamus? I'm not sure what the plural is.
I think it's just like hippie teas. I think it's like
All right, Emily, are you going to do this challenge or are you going to throw it over to Sam because you think Sam's not going to be able to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to throw it to Sam. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow, Emily. So it's a shadow puppet? Like, does it mean I have to get up off?
You can, we'll accept, we'll imply the shadows just with the hands up front. So
thank you.
Different things.
Yeah, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, Emily.
You're welcome.
So when does the timer start?
We're going to isolate you on screen. And you know what, producer Matt, I'm just going to time Sam, so I don't think we need to put a clock up. I'll give you a countdown, and then I'll let you know when your time is done. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, let me tell you, being a hippopotamus, there's just so much to be thankful for. But I don't have anyone to share all my gratitude with. If only someone would come to the watering hole and share the gratitude with me. What's that? It's me, the hyena. Did you say something, Mr. Hippopotamus? You hippie tease? Yeah? Okay, I'll come join you and share gratitude. Oh, it's just 2 people? Not really much to be thankful for. And then a baby lion appears from understage.
All right, that's time. That's time. I gave it a little bit more time because I was so enthralled in what was happening. Chris, I'm going to throw it back to you. What are you thinking? What's the audience thinking?
The audience is loving that. They said that hyena is fire, as it just popped up in the chat there. I gotta say, Sam, I highly recognize that you must have watched Planet Earth at some point.
Knowing every episode, right?
Knowing that the hippopotami hang out at the watering hole, so you got to know that you definitely earned those points.
Hey, that's
that
80
solid.
points on the board for you, Sam. And well, Emily, you are up. Yeah. Okay. What meal was brought to the first Thanksgiving by indigenous people? You know, those pilgrims in Plymouth. What was the...
I dare you to pass this.
Sorry. I really feel like corn was involved, but I think it might have had a specific name. And
We're looking for the meat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to pass that to Sam.
Oh, it's a meat?
Yes.
It was a meat. I'm going to go with turkey. You're
going to go turkey. I just let you know, you can take another challenge or you can answer it if you think turkey is the answer.
I mean, I'm gonna shoot or shoot. I'm gonna take a shot, turkey.
All right, shoot or shoot, and sometimes they shoot a brick because it was deer.
I can concur as they often shoot bricks.
It was deer, unfortunately. But hey, Sam, here's what you can do. You are up. You can get some more points with this one. What American state raises the most amount of turkeys?
Shoot or shoot, but passers pass. I'm gonna dish this one over to Stink Mink.
Cool. I'm so glad I've now gotten this nickname. Just for a little background, Sam and I were on a sketch team in college, and we had another person whose last name was Vinky. He got Stink Vink, and I dodged a bullet, but he's not here today.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm gonna take a challenge, please.
You're going to take the whatever it takes challenge. We'd love to see that. Before I toss it to Chris, I'm going to let you know the state that we're looking for was, of course, Minnesota.
Okay.
All right, Chris, what's the next challenge?
All right. The next challenge is a head-to-head challenge again. So we're going to play this challenge with both of the contestants. So we're going to alternate. We're going to give you an actor, and you have to name a movie that they were in. First person to hesitate loses.
Okay.
That actor is an actress. It is Julia Roberts.
Okay.
Who starts?
Emily.
Emily.
Emily starts,
Emily.
says one movie, and then Sam, you got to say one movie. If you do any hesitation or you can't think of anything, you're out.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right, go.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty Woman.
Mystic Pizza.
My best friend's wedding.
Ocean's 11.
And was she in Ocean's 11?
That sounds like a hesitation
You gotta
to me.
say something.
Yeah, no, like I only had 2 locked up anyway.
So, Chris, are we giving those points to Sam?
I think those points are going to Sam.
I was ready to go 11, 12, 13 in a row.
You laid it up for her.
I don't even know if she was in my best friend's.
She is the best friend in the wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Emily, you could have mostly said anything because it's going so quickly. You just got to say it with confidence.
What? Yeah.
Right. Okay. I learned a lesson today.
But hey, Emily, you were challenged. That means you got to go first again with this. You don't got to go first, but it's your time. When did President Franklin D. Roosevelt propose Thanksgiving as a national holiday?
Like the year?
The year. We're looking for the year.
Yeah, I gotta pass it to Sam. I know he doesn't know when Roosevelt was president.
When he was president?
No,
I
what
don't.
year
Wait,
did
no.
he? Yeah.
It's FDR.
He was the 4-termer, right?
Yes.
Take that, stink. I'm gonna also pass, and we'll do another whatever it takes.
All right. Doing the whatever it takes challenge. Before I give it to Chris, the year that we're looking for was 1939. Chris, can you help us out?
Yes, this is another head-to-head challenge. You're going to alternate spelling out the word Thanksgiving. For every letter in that word, you have to associate it with another word that is about Thanksgiving. So, for example, first letter is T. So, Emily, if you go first, you have to say a word that starts with the letter T, such as turkey. And then Sam, your letter would be H, and you have to say a word that starts with an H, like ham. And we're going to keep going, and the first person to fail or hesitate loses.
Yep.
And if it's not Thanksgiving related, you also lose.
If they're not related, we lose.
Yes.
Heard. Cool.
Yeah. All right, Sam, you're going to be the first person. Just one other thing. You can't say turkey or ham because those were used as the example. So, Sam, go ahead.
T.
I'm going to go with thankful.
Emily, H.
Happiness.
Oh, Sam, A.
Anger.
Ooh, Emily, N.
No nonsense.
2 words, but I'll take it. Sam, K.
Kindness.
Emily, S.
Singing.
Getting weaker. Sam, G.
Gravy.
Emily, I.
Iconic.
Sam, V.
Variety.
Emily, I.
Ice cream.
Sam, N.
Eat. What? It's not Thanksgiving. You win, Emily, okay? You earned it.
Thank you.
All right, that's 80 points for Emily. But hey, Sam, we only got 1 more minute on on the clock. You are up again. Are you ready?
Yes.
Which American president? What American president was the first to pardon a turkey? Officially. There's a lot of like answers for this, but which one officially, like legally pardoned a turkey?
I'm gonna give this one to Emily. Thank you.
Okay, Emily.
Yeah, you know what? I think maybe FDR was going really hard about Thanksgiving. I'm gonna say
This guy's
FDR.
ride or die for Thanksgiving.
Yep. You know, FDR was a really good choice, but unfortunately, it was the president right after FDR. It was Harry Truman in 1947.
Okay.
Neat.
Yep. And guess what, y'all? That's the end of round 3. We're going to let Chris tally up all the scores and we're going to check in with Emily. Before we do that, I'm just going to let you know, hey, you're watching right now. You should definitely check out 2MB's other partners, 3weeks.courses, and can learn incredible things in bite-sized courses. You can learn what you want on your schedule. Also, stay tuned to this channel. You're watching right now. You're watching whatever it takes. Stay tuned. 69 minutes of sex with me, the most sultriest pun game on Twitch, is happening next. And guess who's going to be on it? This guy. So definitely watch that. Before we go to Chris for the points update, Emily, you're doing With Friends Online. You're doing High School Musical. You're in nursing school. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody would like to see like a solo rendition of High School Musical, I'm here for it. Just let me know. Yeah, so we have a couple shows coming up this weekend for the improv group Sam and I and our friend Dan do With Friends Online. We have a show tomorrow at Union Comedy. That's at 8:00.
That's in Somerville, Mass.
Yeah, and Somerville, Mass. And we have a show also in Somerville on Sunday night, but at Remnant Brewing. So we'll be there.
7 o'clock.
That's at 7:00. Yeah,
Yeah,
and if you happen to be like injured, come by MGH for White 8 because I'll be there. So take care of you for the rest of the semester. Yeah.
Nice.
Wait,
Emily, no, go ahead, Sam.
Emily, plug our January show.
Oh, we also have a show in January 2nd, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing a sketch show January 2nd with a few other folks. We got someone flying in from Brazil just because they're going to be home already. Two of our other friends from college as well, Mike and Quinn, will be there with us. And maybe some other special guests. We'll see.
So yeah, you got to follow.
That will be in Portsmouth.
You got to follow With Friends online at With Friends Online to find out more details because we don't have them right now.
All right, everyone, follow at With Friends Online is that Facebook, Twitter, Instagram?
Yeah,
you don't got a TikTok?
Not yet.
We don't have a TikTok. No.
Soon, that's coming.
Yeah.
They got YouTube there. All the stuff is there.
Yeah.
So follow that. See some great improv. Yeah. Before we get into the next round, Chris, can you let us know the points update?
Absolutely can. I'm going to answer your question with a question for Sam. Sam, how do you think you're doing right now?
I think pretty neat, I would say.
I would say you are right because you have taken the lead in the second round. Sam has 200 points and Emily has 140.
Yikes, Emily.
Okay.
Hey, nothing to be worried about because this is round 3 and the points are the highest they're going to be. One question can get you back in because an original trivia question, that's 80 points. A challenge question, 160 points. This game can flip on one question, but here's the catch. It's the hardest round. Round 3 is going to be primarily about International Harvest Fest. Thanksgiving, it's a harvest festival that we certainly do here in North America. What do they do around the world? Sprinkled in with some more, Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving traditions. Emily, you won the bio challenge. You get to go first in round 3. Are you ready to go?
Absolutely.
All right. What year was Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade first held?
Okay, so I know they always say it's like the 90th one, and I watch it every year. I feel like it was the 96th last year, which was 2020, which would mean the first one was held in No, I can't do that math. 2020 minus then you've got 70, and so 75.
Quick math.
Was it 1925?
You know what? The answer is 1924, but you said 1925. I think, Chris,
Her
What
math
do you
just
think?
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Give it to her.
I mean, it was a leap year. There's at least one or two leap years in between then and now. So surely it's basically 1924, 1925. So I think we got to give it to her.
I think we got to give it to you. Emily,
Amazing.
that's 80 points on the board. When you were getting into your math thing, I could see like the gist happening with all the numbers. I was like, Emily's not going to get this. Incredibly smart, a great improviser, a great nurse, a great person. But I was like, this is too much math. And you pulled it off.
Wow, thank you so much. I feel really proud of myself.
I was honestly hoping you weren't going to give it to her, and I was going to say 1924 because I'm just better at math and just going to steal points. But yeah, you earned it.
Yeah, the chat is loving it too, saying unreal. But hey, Sam, you can come back into this game because you're up.
Yeah, for sure.
What date is Canadian Thanksgiving? We're looking for the month and the day of the week. So it could be like the 4th day in this month or the 6th day in this 6th whatever, like a Saturday in July. It's not that. Because it can't be that.
Yeah. And it's not like an actual date. Like I couldn't say like August 17th.
If you say the real date, I think we'll give it to you, like the real date for 2021. But we're trying to make it more easier that you say like it happens on the 18th.
I don't know, but I'm still gonna guess because Emily just did that. So I'm gonna go with August 23rd. Final answer.
August 23rd is way off base. We're looking for the second Monday in October.
No, I don't think so.
Strong harvests in the middle of summer.
No, I guess we got different things to be thankful for. I don't
know. All right, Emily, you are up. We're going to be asking you, what is a snood on a turkey?
What is a snood?
A snood. It's a part of the turkey's body. A snood.
Ooh, yikes. You know what? Can I just straight up take a whatever it takes challenge, or do I have to pass it?
You got to pass it to Sam first.
All right, Sam, tell us what a snood is.
I think I want to say I don't want to keep just guessing and ruining the game, so I'll do a whatever it takes. But just for S and G's, I don't know if we're allowed to curse, so blanks and giggles. I'm gonna say it's like that part, like right above the talon. I think that's the snood.
Right above the challenge. We're going to get to a whatever it takes challenge. Chris is going to let us know, but I'm going to let you know the snood is the loose skin under a male turkey's neck.
Oh, the gobbler.
It's the snood.
Good.
Yep.
What's right above the talon? Like a flat.
You know, like we have like the weenus. I think that's whatever. It's like a turkey's weenus.
Oh, actually, Sam, you can't say that word on Twitch. Yeah.
You can't say weenus.
I did it again. Chris, what's the whatever it takes challenge?
This pumpkin is too great. Oh no, guys, we have a problem. Linus, Sally, and Charlie Brown are up to it again. And now they've brought the 7-foot-tall great pumpkin home from the patch. In this challenge, we want you to embody the parents of Linus or Charlie/Sally. You have 30 seconds to respond to this great pumpkin.
I want to see Emily do this so badly. You can have it. Do it. Go for it. Pass.
Okay.
Oh, before we get into it, Emily, I should let you know, in Charlie Brown, the adults usually talk meet me, meet me, meet me, meet. We want to actually hear you say words.
Oh.
So,
okay,
Linus or Charlie or Sally have brought home the Great Pumpkin. I don't know. These, I guess, second graders have managed to bring a 7-foot pumpkin, and you're the parent. What's your reaction to this? In 3, 2, 1.
Oh gosh, I mean, we never should have got them the dog, because as soon as we get them the dog, then chaos ensues. I mean, Snoopy, I'm sure, is really the one behind it. If it's not Snoopy, it's Woodstock, and I don't really know if I have time for this right now. I mean, I said don't get a dog. You said don't worry, we'll build it a little house outside and we'll live in the house. But you know what it did to that house? It turned it into an airplane. And now it's flying the house all around, and the children are being deeply influenced by this.
The children are being deeply influenced by it. That's a scene out of The Great Pumpkin as told by Emily. Chris, what are you thinking?
I have to give points for the Christopher Nolan reboot of Charlie Brown's Great Pumpkin Patch, showing us the dark underbelly of shenanigans in the Charlie Brown universe. So I get the points to Emily for that one.
Emily, that's 160 points on the board. We only got about I think 5 more minutes. So hey, guess what, Sam? You're up. Let's see if you can get some points. I promised you there's going to be international stuff. Where in the world is the Yam Festival celebrated? And you can say the region.
Oh, I can say the region?
Yeah, you can say specific countries, but
no, I'll go with region. I'm going to go with the region of passing to Emily Minker.
Pass on over. You know what? I'm going to say Scandinavia.
Scandinavia. Looking for of Scandinavia. I guess y'all have not read Things Fall Apart, because we're looking for West Africa. We're looking for Ghana and Nigeria.
Okay.
I read a lot. I read a ton, so I'll add that.
Do you think?
Yeah. Well, Childish Gambino references that, right? Like, can't you read the book Things Fall Apart? Anyways.
So you listen to a song that references a book.
Yeah, that's as close as I'm going to get to a book.
Okay. I'll make sure next time, myself, I'm Southern African, but I've got a lot of Western African friends. I'll bring you both some plates of fufu next time I see you.
That would be great.
Sir.
All right. Emily, you are up. All
okay.
Right. And audience, I'm probably going to butcher some of the names and stuff like that. I apologize in advance. I'm trying to make it multicultural here. The Pongal Fest is celebrated in southern India and Sri Lanka as a harvest Thanksgiving fest. Pongal is also a rice dish that consists of what 3 main ingredients?
Whoo! Okay. You know what? I can think of 2. I'm gonna pass this to Sam.
I can think of 1, so maybe we could combine our 2. We can't both get the points. No, I'll do it whatever it takes.
All right, whatever it takes challenge. Before I throw it up to Chris, we're looking for Pongal has rice.
That was
milk,
my 1.
and sugar or jaggery.
Ooh.
That's it. Pongal. All right.
That's all.
Chris.
All right, Sam. Congratulations. You have been promoted to be my personal robot. You have 60 seconds. You are a robot now, and anything I tell you to do, you must do. So do your best robot impersonation and make sure to complete all of my tasks.
I can't pass this to Emily.
I can pass it to Emily if you'd like.
Nah, she got the Snoopy stuff. Let's go.
You can swear. It's fine. You can swear.
No, yeah, I can't. I don't know how.
All right, Sam. I'm going to count you down. And you've got
1
minute to do it. 60 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, Go.
I want you to spell Thanksgiving.
Computing. Processing. T. H. A. N. K. S. Processing. G. Computing. I. V. I. N. Processing. Buffering. Loading. G.
Make me some cookies.
Please repeat.
Make me some cookies. I want you to give me the impersonation of a robot doing the robot.
This again. Okay. I hate weddings, but if I have to. This is so embarrassing. My dad died doing this.
All right. That's a minute. This robot that clearly came out of 1980s and combined skills with Urkel. Chris, what do you think? What is the chat saying about it?
Well, the chat is loving it. I am thinking I want to give Sam minus 160 points for stalling for 45 seconds, spelling Thanksgiving. But unfortunately, you did give it your best effort, so you are going to get those points.
Oh man,
Right. I'm impressed you could spell Thanksgiving this time.
Thank you.
We got one more question left, and Sam, guess what? You are up.
Nice.
The Indonesian Harvest Festival is celebrated in late May and early June. What crop does it celebrate?
Pass.
Emily, we're looking. It's the Indonesian Harvest Festival. What crop does it celebrate in early June?
In early June. Okay, I know Indonesia is a chain of islands. It's located near the Philippines and Myanmar. And I feel like this sounds wrong, but I want to say rice.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Because that's a correct answer. It is rice. Come on. The Harvest Festival, the Central is usually held in Bali, Indonesia, and it features a whole bunch of rice stuff.
Love it.
Look at you, Emily. You're finishing off on a strong note because that's the end of round 3. Chris May is going to be tallying up the scores. But before we do this, I'm letting you know again, if you want to help out 2MB Studios, help out the creators, the comedians, the performers that you see on this channel, you can donate to our Ko-fi or Ko-fi that you can see below if you're on Twitch. If you want to do it on a rolling basis, 2MB Studios also has a Patreon. You can get in on levels of $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month. It helps us fund this channel and all the great creators that are in this channel. Remember to stay right here for 69 minutes of Sex With Me. It's the most sultriest pun-based game on Twitch, and I'm going to be on it. And hey, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Jeranyama. That's just just take out that first J and you got it. You can follow me on Twitter there. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at b.jeranyama. I'm doing shows in Brooklyn. If you're going to Eastville Comedy Club, I'm there every Tuesday night at 5:30 and 7:30. And also doing just a bunch of stuff, writing, everything like that. But yes, Chris, can you please let us know who did whatever it takes to win?
Sam, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm regretting giving Emily that slam dunk of the peanuts thing for just like a free 80 points or whatever it was.
I worked hard on that. You know?
Well, I will tell you, you should be feeling like you have 360 points.
Yeah, like the degrees.
You've got one full circle around. And Emily, You have 540 points. So you did 1.5 circles around.
Wow. Wow, that feels good.
Real
Emily,
quick, how many points did you get for the Snoopy thing?
I think she got 160 points.
All right, well, I don't think she'll be able to calculate the difference.
At least I can spell the word winner.
Hey, we're going to isolate Emily. You've got 30 seconds. You did whatever it takes on the board. Producer Matt, let's get Emily on the screen. Go.
What? And I'm just
Your victory speech.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just really happy that I came here today. Sam is a good friend. We learned a lot about him today as well. One thing I want to say is that I shouted out, Vinky, or the original Stink Pink, and I do think he's watching tonight, so I just want to say I'm so sorry having now been called Stink Mink, and marrying into the maker name. I feel how it hurts, and I'm so sorry we called you Stink Pink, but we're still gonna do it because it's pretty hilarious. Yeah, come to our shows this weekend, and thanks everyone for having me.
Awesome. There we go. Hey, Sam, we love you. We'd like to have you back. You didn't get it this week, but you were a worthy competitor. But hey, Sam, you did whatever it takes. You're the worthy winner. Before we go, Chris May, is there anything else you want to let the audience know? Anything that you're doing or want to promote?
Oh, yeah. Come to Union Comedy tomorrow at 6 p.m., just before Sam and Emily's show, where my improv team, Walrus Party, will be performing. Also check out Night Job Sketch on Instagram. We're looking for writers and performers. So if you want to do some sketch, shoot me a line, nightjobsketch@gmail.com. Better to go to the Instagram because I'm not sure if that's the right email address.
You got that. Chris, you're an incredible co-host. Thank you for being a part of the Whatever It Takes team. Hey, you did whatever it takes, Emily, and we'll see you back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think. At the first Friday of December, we'll see you. Hey, have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.